Welcome, dear Aquarius, to your tarot reading for the upcoming week, which will start at the 15th of September and will end at the 21st of September. First of all, I would like to explain a few general facts about the reading. The pattern I'm going to use is the so-called Celtic cross, which shows you the general energies for the week and prospects for the near future. This pattern provides you with insights in your environment, your wishes and fears, your mindset, and the conscious and unconscious forces within you. The so-called court cards, Knight, Queen, Prince, and Princess, often refer to special people in your life and describe their traits of character. It is not important what gender these cards show. That means a knight could also be a woman in your life, and a queen might as well be a man. Since time is fluent, some events might already have happened, whereas other events might occur a bit later. That hopefully gives you an overlook on your current life situation and some advice on how to deal with it. And now we shall begin. Dear Aquarius, it's the last week of summer, and we will see together how this last week of summer will be for you. Might be for you. And here's the first card, and we can start with your reading soon. So I'm very excited what we will see and what the week will be like. So we've got the Empress here and the Six of Wands. That looks very successful. So you have plans, or you have devised some plans over the last few weeks, maybe month, and you did that quietly for yourself, and now maybe it's time, or the time is ripe for you to implement these plans. And because here we have the Six of Wands here, it's a card of acting. It's a card that stands for problems you have overcome and for optimism you have developed out of that. And you could solve some problems you have had the last weeks, or you had the last weeks. Now they are over, and you can focus on your goals, and you are optimistic, and you are confident too. So that's quite positive here, and that's the past here. You had the Five of Swords in the past, and that's the opposite of, or it's not the direct opposite, but you had some failures in the past, and you could solve the problems that occurred because of those failures. You made some bad decisions, and that had consequences, of course. But you could solve these problems, and you never forgot about your goals. And while solving the problems, while making up for things you might have done wrong, you also you were also planning for new projects, and now you can concentrate and focus more on these projects and less on the problems, because they are more or less solved now for the moment. And that's very good for you, so you can start fresh, and you have learned one or two things. That's also good for you. So you won't do the same mistakes again. That's the Six of Swords. It's a very Aquarian card. You trying out new things. You are very open-minded. You try out things you don't know yet. You maybe do some research about some things you want to do. So if you have some ideas, and you have some ideas, you have had some ideas for quite a while, then you will look for ways to make these ideas happen. You will do some research, you will look at the whole picture, and you will find solutions there. And that's also, it's also the energy we've got here. It's also a 6. So things will come to the surface. Things will show now. First, you had to think about them. You have had to do some preparation. You had to prepare yourself. You had to free yourself from old problems and burdens. And now you can focus on the next steps, and you can bring your dreams, your thoughts, your ideas into reality. And you are very curious. You want to learn new stuff. You are open-minded, like I already said. That's a typical Aquarian trait here. And you can use your strength now for your own success. Also Aquarian here, that's the 7 of Swords. That could be a bit problematic here. Maybe you have had some issues, and you are in some kind of self-deception here. Maybe you are afraid that things could go wrong again. So that's very interesting. We got 5 swords, 6 swords, 7 swords. And they are all Aquarius. That's strange and peculiar here. You got all your cards here. So for you, I think those 7 of Swords aren't such a problem, because you are familiar to that energy. And maybe you have to sort some things out, and have to get rid of some ideas you had in the past that have proven wrong. We have to see how it will go on, because that can be a problem, but it doesn't have to be a problem. It's another sword. So you're in your element here. Ace of Swords, you will make decisions in the next week, or in the middle of the week, maybe. And you will have some kind of revelation, maybe even some things become clear to you. So I think this problem will solve by itself, because if you had some illusions, you will probably get behind that, and you will see what these illusions were, and you can get rid of them. Maybe you have to watch out for other people who are not honest with you. But you've got the Ace of Swords here, so I think if there are some people who are not honest with you, then you will recognize that. And your mind is very clear right now. And I think it will be hard to deceive you. Yeah. Also a 7 here, 7 of Cups. So there are, or there were some illusions, some things you believed in maybe that have proven wrong. And that's the general motivation here, I think, for you at the moment. Not to repeat with that, not to do the same things, mistakes again. And now you can accept that some convictions of yours were maybe false, and you can lose that now. You should also be cautious with drugs and any kind of distraction right now, because you have a clear mind right now. You know you can make a difference between right and wrong at the moment. You are very clear, and sometimes when you see things too clear, they can be a bit overwhelming, and then you want to blur your vision in order not to see things that clear, because they might be a bit shocking. And you shouldn't do that. That's here, 7 of Swords, 7 of Cups. As understandable as this is, I think you would harm yourself with that. And because you've got the clear view here, and that's a very a strength of yours, and you shouldn't risk that and give that out of your hands. Okay, here is the 10 of Wands in your... Okay, there might be people who will stand in your way, people who will get on your nerves, who will annoy you, who will try to stop you from doing what you want to do. So your environment won't be the best. So it's also possible that there are people who want to tease you, who want to make you do things you don't want to do, or you hadn't done yourself or by yourself. So you maybe should not interact too much with people in your environment now, because they could confuse you. And you have that clear view here. You have, and other people might blur that view again, and maybe you'd even liked to blur the view, but it won't be any good. And you are much more efficient and successful if you do your stuff alone. And best would be just not to interfere with other people right now, because I think they will only disturb you. Also, okay, 10 of Swords. Maybe, you will have to accept a truth here, and this truth is also good for you. It's very wholesome and important for you, I think. You are a bit afraid of the consequences of that truth. Maybe you have to to change some parts of your life as a consequence of that. But if you are not too radical, that will be a very good thing for you. If you just destroy everything, of course, that would be a bit too much. So if there are people around you who disappointed you in the past, you maybe should talk to them, but you should not. Yeah, maybe you should not talk to them. I think there are some people around you, and you are disappointed by them, and you don't want to interfere with them or get into contact with them. And if you are for yourself, you can see things right clear. And if people talk to you, they can manipulate you. They can tamper with you. And maybe you should concentrate on yourself right now. And maybe there will be some change after that week we are talking about right now, where you have to change a lot. And but I think you will see that very clear, and so it might be easier for you. Maybe you just will quit smoking or something like that. It doesn't always have to be the big drama. But you will come to some kind of conviction here, some kind of truth. You won't be able to ignore any further. You might have done that for a long time in the past, and you might be doing it right now, but there will be an end, and then you won't be able to do that anymore. And here are the 6 of Pentacles. That means you will see the consequences of that. So you now, once you've made that decision, once you've maybe get rid of some influences that aren't good for you, if it's people, if it's substances, or anything else, you will be you can be content with yourself, and you will see that you are quite complete. You will feel quite complete, and you will see that it is a progress for you. So I think the worst is already behind you. You will make that, you will realize something, and you will accept something, and I think you may already have an idea what that is, and you will draw the right consequences. You will either stop with some bad habit. You will tell an old friend of yours that you won't see him or her again. You will leave a place you always went to. because it's boring, it's maybe tearing you down in some way, and after that you will feel quite complete, and you will be very content with that decision, and you won't be regretting anything. So this decision is important, and it's only a formality, I think, because the hard part of going through these feelings, making the same mistakes over and over again until you realize, okay, that's a pattern here. I have to get rid of this pattern. I have to make an adjustment here. And I have to accept some facts that are a bit shocking, maybe in the first moment. After that, so I think that's already happened, and now you're close to that decision here, and after that you will find peace. And yeah, I think altogether you have a good chance here to learn something that will help you for your further life, and you can free yourself from some burdens, and you will feel very much lighter and more alive after that. Yeah. Okay, I hope you can relate to that, and that you maybe can make any sense of that. I would be very glad if you subscribe to my channel or left a comment. I wish you a very pleasant week, and goodbye und auf Wiedersehen.